the United States has leveled fresh accusations against the Russian state-run news outlet RT, alleging that it is directly under the command of the Kremlin and working alongside Russian military intelligence to orchestrate disinformation campaigns with the aim of destabilizing democracies across the globe. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken stated that Washington had gathered new evidence revealing a coordinated effort between RT and 4 other subsidiaries of the Rossiya Segodnya media group. These entities, Blinken said, are part of a broader Russian strategy to subvert democratic institutions.
As part of RT's expanded capabilities, the Russian government embedded within RT a unit with cyber operational capabilities and ties to Russian intelligence. RT's leadership had direct, witting knowledge of this enterprise. Russian government actors incorporated the cyber capabilities of this unit within RT in the spring of 2023, which is focused primarily on covert influence operations around the world. Under the cover of RT, information produced through this unit flows to Russian intelligence services, Russian media outlets, Russian mercenary groups, and other state and proxy arms of the Russian government.
The State Department revealed that it will be launching a diplomatic campaign to present its findings on RT's operations to allied nations, urging a concerted international response. Britain and Canada will join the United States in this global effort.
Russian weaponization disinformation to subvert and polarize free and open societies extends to every part of the world. In response, today, the United States, the United Kingdom, and Canada are launching a joint diplomatic campaign to rally allies and partners around the world to join us in addressing the threat posed by RT and other machinery of Russian disinformation and covert influence. Under the intelligence diplomacy has become a hallmark of our administration. I've instructed U.S. diplomats around the world to share the evidence that we've gathered on RT's expanded capabilities and the ways it's being used to target individual countries and the information ecosystem that we share.
He explained that each government would decide its own course of action, but Washington would recommend treating RT's activities similarly to other Russian intelligence operations. RT, formerly known as Russia Today, has been a focal point of U.S. sanctions for allegedly amplifying Kremlin propaganda. The outlet has also been cited by the U.S. Justice Department as a potential tool in Russia's efforts to influence the 2024 U.S. presidential election. In recent weeks, the State Department, Treasury Department, and Justice Department have escalated warnings about the influence Rossiya Segodnya exerts through subsidiaries like Sputnik, RIA Novosti, and Ruptli. The September 13th announcement from Blinken and other officials is part of a larger strategy to sound the alarm on Russia's covert global influence operations. New sanctions were also introduced against 3 entities and 2 individuals believed to be running covert influence operations on behalf of Moscow. The focus of U.S. officials' warnings was not just the West. Blinken emphasized that Moldova's upcoming election is a particular target for Russian interference. He argued that RT has a history of aligning with Kremlin-directed efforts to influence electoral outcomes, hinting at concerns that RT might incite violence.
RT's leadership has leveraged Russian state-funded and directed media platforms to attempt to foment unrest in Moldova, likely with the aim of causing protests to turn violent. We believe RT will almost certainly leverage its expanded covert capabilities to coordinate with Russian intelligence services to try to manipulate the outcome of Moldova's upcoming election.
In addition to the disinformation campaign, Blinken also highlighted an ongoing crowdfunding initiative in Russia that has allegedly been raising money for military supplies intended for Russian troops in Ukraine. He named sniper rifles, drones, and night vision equipment as some of the items being funded by the initiative.
One of its projects is a large online crowdfunding program in Russia operating within RT and through social media channels to provide support and military equipment, supplies, weaponry to Russian military units in Ukraine. This includes sniper rifles, suppressors, body armor, night vision equipment, drones, radio equipment, personal weapon sights, diesel generators.
Amid these revelations, the White House clarified that it has no immediate plans to announce changes in policy regarding Ukraine or the provision of long-range missile capabilities. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's ongoing appeals for Western-made long-range missiles, Kirby noted that the United States remains cautious of escalating the conflict. Referring to Russian President Vladimir Putin's repeated warnings that the West would be seen as directly involved if such weapons were used, Kirby added, "This is not rhetoric that we haven't heard from him before." The accusations against RT come as the United States seeks to combat a wider disinformation ecosystem that, according to US intelligence, plays a critical role in Moscow's global strategy. Washington's actions mark a significant escalation in its efforts to counter Russia's growing information warfare machine, which it believes poses a direct threat to free societies worldwide.